All right, let's take a look at the actual component. And I actually put it to a test. I gave it to my daughter. She's a cook. She loves to cook stuff like this, but unfortunately, she was cooking with one hand and cooking with the camera. So we're gonna try to see if we can get some footage out of it. But first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about details about the machine itself. All right. Now, if you guys notice, the teeth are all ready to go. Now, there's different degrees that you can cut the actual spaghetti strands on the actual flour part of it. All right, we're gonna take a look at it now. One section, if you guys notice, is it's actually to thin out the dough. All right, to get it prepared for the actual noodles. All right, once you have it, and they have different degrees. They have 1 through 8. They have connections. So once you do that, you go ahead and thin it out as much as you want. As the taste, the more taste you want it, the better you want to thin it out, get more of it variety. Now, prior to setting it up, when you do your dough, make sure you run it with actual flour so it won't stick into the system. Right now, don't recommend you putting any dishwasher or any water on it. Just let it dry out, and then you could come in with the actual brush that they give you and brush it up. That's pretty much what you got to do. In fact, I use this one. This is how dirty it got. There is no dirt. I just came in there, moved all the grind and everything, and it was dried up and it was ready to go. Now, on the other side, you can also thin it out how many strands you want to do, and they have different degrees. If you guys can see that, it's all here based on millimeters, all right, and one end. So you thin it out from 1 to 8. The thicker you want, the actual longer, more degrees you're gonna actually millimeters you're gonna actually need to expand. This component, I had no issue whatsoever when it went in. Easy to use, easy to set up, and then just make sure once in a while oil it up. I do put olive oil, right? The only reason I do that is because it's just to keep the motors going and make sure that nothing rusts or any kind of water component comes in there. So that's my advice. And it plus it gives it flavor to the food.
So let's turn it on. And you grab your dough and you put it in and it goes out in the bottom. Now, you could keep doing this until it gets thinner and thinner, but I recommend changing the levels so that the thickness goes thinner each time. So now that we're done thinning out our dough, as you could see here until it's like see-through, you turn it on again and you put it through the pasta. As you can see. Now I recommend flouring before clumping it together because it gets stuck together.
All right, here's the final product, guys. We're gonna taste it with cheese. See how it goes. Hope you guys enjoy the video.